If you're over 60 and you've started to notice that your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to, that your mornings feel slower, your memory a bit foggier, or your joints a little stiffer, you're not alone. But here's something most people never tell you: those changes aren't just aging. They're signals, gentle reminders from your body, asking for care, movement, and the right kind of fuel. And the good news? It's never too late to respond. In fact, researchers from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic now say that even simple daily habits, just 5 minutes a day, can help reverse muscle loss, boost energy, and sharpen your mind. So in this video, we're uncovering the quiet secret that's helping thousands of people over 60 feel stronger, clearer, and younger, from the inside out. If you're over 60 and tired of feeling stiff, foggy, or worn out, you're not alone. Millions of older adults feel that same quiet frustration every morning, that moment when you get out of bed and your knees creak, your back feels tight, and the energy you once had just isn't there anymore. You might even notice that walking, which used to make you feel refreshed, now leaves you tired or sore instead of strong. But here's the surprising truth: walking, while wonderful for your heart and circulation, may not be enough to keep you truly healthy and independent as you age. Recent studies from the National Institute on Aging, Harvard Health, and the Mayo Clinic show that while walking helps your endurance, it does little to protect you from one of the biggest hidden threats of aging: muscle loss. Doctors have a name for it: sarcopenia. It simply means the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that begins in your 40s and accelerates after 60. In plain English, it's the reason you might feel weaker, lose balance more easily, or struggle with tasks that once felt effortless, things like lifting a bag of groceries, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair. The process happens slowly, so most people don't notice it until one day they realize that their legs just don't feel as strong as they used to. And that loss of muscle doesn't just affect your body. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that it's closely tied to fatigue, slower metabolism, joint pain, and even a decline in memory and mood. When your muscles weaken, your blood circulation slows down, your posture changes, and your energy levels drop. Over time, that can lead to a vicious cycle: you move less because you feel tired, and because you move less, your muscles weaken even faster. The good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. In fact, no matter your age or fitness level, you can restore much of the strength and stability you've lost. You just need to move differently, not more, but smarter. That's what doctors and physical therapists have discovered through years of research on aging and mobility. You see, walking mainly works the same group of muscles over and over, mostly your lower legs. It's great for endurance, but it doesn't do much for your hips, thighs, or core, the muscles that truly protect your joints and help you stay steady on your feet. That's why experts now recommend combining walking with 5 simple exercises that target the areas walking misses. These movements have been proven to boost muscle strength, balance, coordination, and even cognitive function. In fact, a study from Tufts University found that seniors who practiced these kinds of functional strength movements just 3 times a week improved their mobility and confidence within a month, even if they had never exercised before. Some participants even reported sleeping better, feeling more alert, and having less knee and back pain. So if you've ever felt frustrated that walking isn't helping as much as it used to, or if you're worried about losing your independence in the years ahead, don't lose hope. There are specific exercises, simple ones you can do right at home, that are scientifically shown to do what walking can't. In this video, we're going to cover those 5 doctor-approved exercises that are better than walking for adults over 60. You'll learn exactly how they strengthen your muscles, improve blood circulation, support brain function, and even help with mood and energy. These are movements recommended by leading geriatric specialists, physical therapists, and rehabilitation doctors because they address the root causes of decline, not just the symptoms. We'll talk about the most important muscle groups to focus on after 60, and why they make the biggest difference for balance and joint health. The number one mistake people make when trying to stay active, and how it quietly increases your risk of falls and joint pain. The best way to adapt each exercise for your ability level, whether you're an active senior or just starting out. And at the end, I'll share a special technique used by physical therapists to double the benefits of these exercises, a method so simple you can start it today without any equipment. Now, before we dive in, let's take a moment to understand why this matters so much. Most people assume aging automatically means losing strength and mobility. But that's not entirely true. What doctors now know is that inactivity, not age itself, is the main cause of weakness. The body is incredibly adaptable, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. When you give your muscles the right kind of challenge, they respond, they rebuild, strengthen, and protect your bones and joints. It's never too late to start. Studies from the University of Alabama and Johns Hopkins show that even people in their late 80s can gain measurable strength and mobility after just a few weeks of consistent, gentle exercise. That means the power to change how you feel, how you move, and how you live isn't gone, it's still right there inside you. And it's not just about physical strength. These kinds of exercises also support your brain. Researchers from the University of British Columbia found that simple resistance and balance exercises help improve memory, attention, and mood in older adults, possibly because they boost blood flow and oxygen to the brain. So when you move your body in these specific ways, you're also helping to keep your mind clear and alert. The truth is, longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. About staying strong enough to travel, to play with your grandchildren, to garden, to dance, or to do whatever makes you feel alive. And if walking has been your main form of exercise, that's a wonderful start. But now it's time to take the next step, to add a few key movements that make all the difference. So, in this video, I'll walk you through each of these 5 powerful exercises, explain why they're so effective, and show you how to do them safely at home. Even if you've had joint issues or limited mobility, each movement can be adapted to your comfort level. And over time, you'll notice changes that go far beyond your muscles, more confidence, more energy, and a greater sense of control over your body. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to use these exercises to stay strong, balanced, and independent for years to come. And remember, you don't need to do them all at once. The key is consistency, small, steady progress that builds real results. So, if you're ready to discover what many doctors and researchers now call the missing link in senior fitness, stay tuned. Because these 5 movements might just change the way you age, and help you feel 10 years younger in just a few weeks. Let's begin. Let's start with the first exercise, one that doctors say is even more powerful than walking when it comes to protecting your strength, balance, and independence. It's called the sit-to-stand exercise. And it's one of the simplest, safest, and most effective movements you can do at any age. In fact, according to researchers at the University of Sydney, this single exercise is one of the best predictors of long-term mobility and longevity in adults over 60. Why? Because it directly trains the muscles you use every single day, the same ones that help you get out of a chair, stand up from bed, or climb a few stairs without hesitation. The sit-to-stand might not look fancy, but it's a powerhouse move for your thighs, hips, and core. These are the muscles that protect your knees, support your spine, and help you keep your balance when you move. When these muscles stay strong, you stay steady, confident, and capable, even if you're just getting up to make a cup of coffee. Here's how to do it safely at home. Start by sitting on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Make sure your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Cross your arms over your chest or keep your hands lightly on your thighs if you need extra support. Now, press your feet into the floor and slowly stand up, using your legs, not your arms, to lift yourself. Once you're standing tall, pause for a moment, feel your balance, and then slowly sit back down under control. That's 1 repetition. Aim for 10 slow and steady repetitions, or as many as feel comfortable. The goal isn't speed, it's control. Over time, you'll notice your legs feeling stronger and your ability to stand up becoming smoother and easier. If you feel unsteady at first, it's perfectly fine to place your hands on the sides of the chair for a little assistance. The key is gradual progress. As your strength improves, you'll rely less on your arms and more on your legs. Even just a few repetitions a day can make a real difference. Now, let's talk about why this exercise matters so much. When you perform the sit to stand, you're training your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and core muscles all at once, the same muscles you use for nearly every daily movement. It's a functional exercise, which means it mimics the real-life actions your body needs to stay independent. According to Dr. Miriam Nelson, a researcher at Tufts University who's studied aging and strength for over 30 years, even a small increase in leg strength can reduce your risk of falls and fractures by as much as 40%. That's because stronger leg muscles help your body react faster when you lose balance, giving you the split-second control needed to catch yourself instead of falling. There's also a surprising mental benefit. A study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who regularly performed lower body strength exercises like the sit-to-stand showed improvements in focus, confidence, and even mood. The reason is fascinating. When your body moves through these coordinated motions, it boosts blood flow and oxygen to your brain, stimulating the release of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. In other words, moving your body literally helps you think and feel better. And perhaps the most motivating part? You don't need special equipment, workout clothes, or a gym membership to do it. You can do this right in your living room, using the same chair you sit in every day. Here's a simple routine you can start with today. Try doing 8 to 10 sit-to-stands. Rest for 30 seconds. Then repeat 1 or 2 more sets. If that feels too hard, start with just 5 repetitions and slowly build up. Some people like to do a few each time they get up from a meal or from watching TV. It's an easy way to build strength without scheduling a formal workout. If you have knee or hip pain, there's a gentle modification that helps. Place a folded towel or small cushion on the chair to raise your seat height slightly. This reduces the strain on your joints while still working your muscles. You can also perform the movement more slowly, focusing on smooth transitions instead of deep bending. Consistency is key. If you practice this exercise just 3 times a week, you'll begin to notice changes in how easily you move, how you get out of a car, rise from bed, or stand up from the couch. It's often those small daily actions that remind people just how powerful their bodies still are. Some physical therapists even use the sit-to-stand as a mini health test. If you can stand up and sit down 10 times in a row without using your hands, it's a great sign your lower body is strong and your balance is working well. And if you can't yet, that's okay. Every repetition you do is progress toward that goal. One more interesting fact: researchers in Japan found that older adults who practiced sit-to-stand exercises for just 8 weeks had not only stronger legs but also improved blood sugar control and heart health. That's because engaging large muscle groups increases insulin sensitivity and promotes better circulation throughout the body. So in a way, every time you stand up and sit down, you're giving your metabolism a gentle tune-up. Let's take a moment to imagine what this means for your daily life. Think about how much easier it could feel to climb stairs, to garden, to go grocery shopping, or simply to move around without fear of losing balance. Strength isn't just about muscles, it's about freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms. To keep doing what you love without relying on others. So make the sit to stand your foundation. It's the exercise that reconnects you with your body's natural strength and helps rebuild the confidence that sometimes fades with age. The more you practice, the more your body remembers what it's capable of, and that's an incredibly empowering feeling. When you're ready, we'll move on to the second exercise, one that adds gentle balance training to your routine and strengthens some of the most overlooked muscles in your body. Let's take a moment to look back at what we've covered today. You've learned that staying strong after 60 isn't about pushing yourself harder, it's about moving smarter. You discovered that while walking is wonderful for your heart and lungs, it doesn't challenge all the muscles your body needs for long-term balance, stability, and confidence. That's why doctors now emphasize exercises that train your legs, hips, and core, the foundations of independence. We started with the sit to stand exercise, a simple movement, yet one of the most powerful tools for maintaining strength and mobility. It helps rebuild your thigh and hip muscles, improves circulation, and trains your brain and body to move in sync again. You also learn that this single exercise can reduce your risk of falls, boost your mood, and even improve your energy levels throughout the day. But the lesson goes beyond just one movement. What really matters is consistency, those small, steady choices you make each day. When you commit to just a few minutes of mindful movement, you're telling your body, I'm still here, and I'm still capable. And your body responds. It starts to rebuild, to strengthen, and to renew itself. Even decades later, that's the first key takeaway: your body is more adaptable than you think, no matter your age. It's never too late to grow stronger, steadier, and more confident. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that even adults in their 80s can gain new muscle tissue and improve bone density through regular low-impact exercise. The human body is designed to heal and rebuild, you just have to give it the right signals. The second takeaway is that movement is medicine. Every time you move, you're improving blood flow, supporting your heart, feeding oxygen to your brain, and reducing inflammation. It's not just about looking fit, it's about how you feel: more awake, more balanced, more alive. And the third takeaway is that it's the little things that add up. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Instead, make tiny shifts that fit naturally into your day. Try a few sit-to-stands before breakfast. Stretch your arms and shoulders while waiting for your coffee. Practice gentle heel raises or balance on one foot while brushing your teeth. These micro movements compound over time, just like savings in a bank account, and the interest is your strength, confidence, and vitality. Now, let's pause for a moment of reflection. Aging is a natural process, and you can't stop it. But what you can do is shape the way you experience it. You can decide that every day is a new opportunity to feel a little better, move a little easier, and live a little fuller. You can't stop aging, but you can slow it, and even rebuild strength, clarity, and calm at any age. And maybe that's the greatest secret of all. Staying healthy in your 60s, 70s, and 80s isn't about chasing youth, it's about embracing vitality. It's about realizing that your best years aren't necessarily behind you, they can still be ahead. If you give your body and mind the care they deserve. Take a cue from the people of Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's blue zones, where many live well past 100. Their secret isn't a magic pill or extreme diet. It's gentle, daily movement, a positive outlook, community connection, and a sense of purpose. They garden, they stretch, they walk with friends, and they stay engaged in life. And that combination, body, mind, and spirit working together, is the real key to aging well. You can start bringing that same balance into your life today. Begin with movement, even in small ways. Add a few deep breaths each morning to center yourself. Take a short walk outdoors, noticing the light, the air, and how your body feels when it moves. Maybe stretch gently before bed. Or write down one thing you're grateful for each night. These simple acts strengthen not only your muscles but also your heart and your mind. Remember, true health isn't about perfection, it's about participation. Showing up for yourself each day, even when motivation is low. It's about making your well-being a quiet, steady priority instead of an afterthought. So let me ask you, which of these habits will you start today? Will you add a few sit-to-stands before breakfast, take a mindful walk after dinner, or simply choose to move a little more and sit a little less? Whatever you choose, know that you're already taking a powerful step, the step toward a stronger, calmer, and more independent life. Because every time you move with intention, you're sending your body and your brain a clear message: I'm still growing. I'm still capable. I'm still me, and that message is far stronger than age itself. If this video helped you, or if it inspired you to take that first step toward better strength and balance, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what part of your health are you focusing on next? Your energy, your balance, your memory, or simply your confidence in moving freely again? And if you'd like more science-backed, trustworthy health tips for life after 60, make sure to subscribe. Every week, we share simple, proven strategies that help you stay strong, sharp, and independent, using the latest research from leading medical centers around the world. Because your health story isn't over, it's still being written, one small choice at a time. And every move you make today is a step toward a stronger, brighter tomorrow. So stand tall. Take a deep breath. Feel the strength in your legs, the steadiness in your heart, and the calm in your mind. You've got this, and your body is ready to prove it. You've just walked with me through a small, but meaningful, journey. We talked about strength, flexibility, and the belief that age does not define your worth or your ability. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your body still holds an incredible power to recover, adapt, and grow, as long as you give it the chance. Remember this, true health doesn't come from grand changes. It comes from the small things you do every single day: standing up one more time, taking a few extra steps, breathing a little deeper, or sharing a kind smile with someone nearby. These little moments build the foundation for strength, confidence, and joy. If you take away just one message from this video, let it be this: you can still change. It's never too late to feel stronger, move better, and live happier in your own body. And if this video inspired you, if it gave you a spark to begin your own journey to better health, please subscribe to the channel. Each week, I'll share simple, science-backed, and practical tips to help you stay active, joyful, and free at every age. This channel is your space, for those who believe that getting older is not the end of the story, but the start of a new, wiser, and more radiant chapter of life. Thank you for taking the time to listen, to learn, and most importantly, to care for yourself. I wish you a peaceful, energy-filled day ahead. May your steps stay strong, your heart stay warm, and your mind stay calm, like a quiet summer morning. Keep taking care of yourself, one small step at a time, because every step you take brings you closer to a healthier, happier life. See you in the next video.